Well, good evening. I'm Robert A. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom. I am a hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, timeline coach, dream sculptor, and I speak from my experiences. I don't tell people what to do. I show people the way I expanded my life, but also I'm not here to be agreed with or disagreed with. I show people the way I did. If it's for you, that's fine. If it's not for you, that's fine. But tonight I want to talk about embrace my imperfections and stop following the good people crowd, because we sit here and we try to be perfect. We try to do this and we try to do that, but yet we stay the same. How have we tried to follow the good people and people we think that know a lot and look at the world situation today? Now, on Thursday night, I'm going to talk about hearing the peace within, but how are we afraid of peace? But how are we afraid to embrace our flaws that we think are flaws from our day-to-day life, and we think people always get stuck in this or that, but really our flaws are our character. Because when you're trying to be perfect, you're trying to fit into a world that never, ever occurs. Because somebody out there is trying to be more perfect than you. So as you open up and move forward, your life becomes unstained by thinking like somebody else. It's really about opening up to allow me to be free. Because what I embraced in my life, when I tried to follow the good people, I tried to emulate them, and then I tried to be like them. But that goes against my character and my inner self. See, the inner self is a savant expanding life, feeling the good of life. But we're afraid of the grandeur of life. But we're afraid of our own skills and dexterity to expand through life. And how did my imperfections introduce me to my unknown talents to expand me through life? How are your flaws that we call human flaws actually your spiritual supremacy to expand you through life? So as I open up to this and I play of this, I really begin the winner's wisdom within me. You know, it matures me. It's a maturing goal to experience it all that it actually magnetizes awesome trend-setting utopian reveries, expanding my enterprising wit to expand through life. See, how are we afraid to expand out of where we're at, to expand up what we desire? That is a big thing I learned about myself. I really have to expand out of where I'm at. And I want to read something to you today that I wrote. And it's called Expand Out of Me. And that is what I'm going to do. I now realize and concede I expand out of chastising me to expand of appreciating me, to instantly feel my energy, feel me energize my inner wizardry, frees me to feel rich, endeavoring energy, because I now realize and admire I am energy. Expanding new, enterprising resplendence, galvanizing, yes, I'm a brilliant blessing. Expressing new genius revelations, galvanizing Yazazel to steam heat my hellraiser's efficacy, actuating today's torch-bearing omniscient dharma, ascends Yazadazzle daredevilry through my veins of visionary, enterprising, intuitive nirvana, sensing my abilities to expand beyond my thinking mind that promptly trines my trendsetter resolve, invigorating Newman daredevilry, untrees my inner freedom to feel rich every day, expanding daring omnific moxie to meander every day, appreciating new dreamer's ecstasy, realizing my life as a dream, daring romancing everyday adventures, maturing by listening to the inaudible wisdom of the universe, opens my unique nerve into its visionary elegance, revering serendipitous excitement to pop up, fissure my know-it-all fallacies, because I taught myself the nightmare of scared went away today as I feel and hear my own rancher's dexterity instantly open the heavenly skies to warmly rain my lavish avalanche of affluent abundances upon me now and forevermore. I feel my abundances surrounding me with bountiful bliss that kisses me to understand. I now realize and admit, I think in Lamentations, feel uninhibited in inspiration. And as I open up to that and I really feel free and begin expanding of me, I stop matching yesterday or mirroring yesterday, and I mirror the seer within me. But as I understand my imperfections are my qualities of life, that's my unique self, seeing everyday life, feeling the dexterity to expand through life. But I get so caught up in trying to be like other people and trying to fit into society, I lost my way. Then my arrogance sets in, and then I get lost again. So how is it to be humble in every way opens up the wondering, awesome jazz within me? Because I free me to understand life is forever expanding adventure, allows me to feel me expand of whatever I desire. But it's what we call character flaws to the real world and other people point out are actually my daredevilry to expand me through life rather than being caught up in somebody else's life. How do we try to follow people and then they end up turning on us and they really are only friends with you for what they can get out of you? I've had that happen. But it isn't the friends that I depend on. It's really opening up to understand the gall within me to experience it all. It's a gallivanting gall to galvanize adventurous lure, loving life, because life thrives when I stop trying to be like somebody else. And I really sat down with myself and embraced my imperfections. How is the world trying to be so perfect? We're afraid to admit life is a mess, to magnetize everyday success, sensing my inner heart and soul to expand through life. That is where my imperfections are. And once you open up to realize and admit you'll never ever be perfect, but you'll always be innovative. And that's with an intuition, imagination, but it's also having the wit to galvanize everyday trend-setting tenacity to expand beyond the challenges of life. Life is a thriving event when you stop trying to be perfect. How does trying to be perfect stop you from living and experiencing the desired outcome you really desire to experience? That is something I understand. But people get so unsure of themselves, especially me. When I tried to fit in and I wasn't perfect and everybody else pointed out my flaws over their flaws, it really wreaked havoc within me. That's a harmful, asinine way to live. And that's just the way it is. And the more honest I am with myself, the more bright and enlightened I am to feel my way through life. And as I open up to feel, I free every day ecstasy, loving who I am. When you can love who you are and appreciate you are and really embrace them imperfections that innovate moxie, propelling everyday reveries, tantalizing enthusiasm, canonizing trailblazer innovation opens the new highways and byways of bliss to flow through you, or flow through me. So as I allow myself to experience this, I stop looking outside myself for what's going on. And really, I stop listening to the cantankerous criticizers to open up to the ones that were expressing their wisdom through something that may have hurt my feelings before. But how is everything I do in life now a bolder energy to expand the Newman energy within me? How does that open up my leadership skills to really expand of who I am and embellish my Hellraiser's wit? Wit is wisdom, innovation, talent, willpower, invigorating tenacity, winners, integrity today. So when we open up the wit, we get galvanizing, enterprising, trend-setting, torchbearer, trailblazer, but it's always the amazing me that opens up to who I am. But when I embrace my imperfections, I stop looking for other people to lead me. And I start listening to other people, but I also start witnessing the world and all people as a metaphor for me to expand beyond where I'm at today. My imperfections actually open up the new wisdom within me to really energize myself, to move myself forward above the fray of every challenge. My imperfections are for me to enjoy. But something else I'm really going to express here. My imperfections, your imperfections, they irritate people because that makes them jealous. They don't have the gall to experience it all as you do, or I do. Something I paid attention to and finally started to admit, some of the super innovators and inventors of the world were never really embraced by the public. People thought they was crazy and weird and all this other stuff. Well, it takes crazy and weird to expand the world, but it takes people that are willing to not sacrifice, but show their special talents. And that's the thing, we never sacrifice. We show our talents to tantalize audacity, living everyday natural trend-setting events. But we're really globetrotter savants to see the audaciousness of the world and see the autonomy within ourselves to expand of the grandeur of ourselves. So as I embrace my imperfections, I realize everything that holds me back are silhouettes of sabotage. They keep me dodging my dreamer's dare and showing my flamboyant flair, because we are all entertainers of our own dreams, but we're afraid to be the actor or the accomplishment of our dreams, but we're really afraid to be the warrior of our life. And I don't mean a combatant to our life. It's about seeing life through a warrior's wit with the willpower to walk through the fires of hell, showing them that a snowball will eliminate the fires of my inner hell. Because we can desire to experience the heaven within ourselves, harmonizing everyday affluence, vigorously expanding the Newman wisdom, or the Newman willpower. That's a spiritual leader within ourselves with the willpower to walk beyond the fences of dents that we put within ourselves, the dense fences we put around ourselves. Because when we build a fence, we're just like cattle. We stay inside it, except for the few that sneak through the fence. So how are we the people that really have the willpower to expand the world and be the leaders of the world? Because people's imperfections, your imperfections, my imperfections, don't fit, will never fit into society's way of life. Our imperfections are our innovative moxie to move our lives forward. But it's the innovative moxie with a puissance, which is a power to leave ourselves through life, But how are we afraid to be the leader? And we look for other people to do it. And when we follow the good people, look at the leaders of the political realm today. All they are is out for themselves. But we follow them thinking we're getting something out of it. And we are. We're embellishing their pocketbooks. Are they doing the best they can? Yeah, according to their thinking. But are they feeling they're doing the best? See, that's the difference between the savant and the couch potato. The savant feels, couch potato thinks. And that is where we really become locked and blocked in the cells of hell within ourselves. So as I allow myself to expand, I exonerate X, propelling awesome new determination to expand and energize and enterprise, entrepreneurialize, revolutionize, but we become the wise of our life. And it's just like anything else. In football, you can get all the best players. But, you know, when Michael Jordan and the Bulls were winning, they had a supporting cast. The world is our supporting cast. The universe, the invisible, the inaudible, the day-to-day life. That's our supporting cast. When we listen to the canonized acuity, seeing today's events open our eyes to the splendor that our life is ready for. But my imperfections are mine. That doesn't mean anything more than my imperfections aren't in society's list of anything. My imperfections are my intuitive magnificence propelling everything forward. But everything within us comes from here. And our imperfections, we decided to embrace them. But we taught ourselves to actually dislike them because we didn't fit into the best with the in crowd at school, and we was probably picked on, ridiculed. I was. You know, I was a hard one to admit right there, but I was never the most popular kid in school. But now I'm glad I'm not, because when you're not the most popular, you have to really realize and really work on yourself. But it's not work on myself. It's really respect my inner self, thrusting myself forward. Because when you respect yourself, people can never, ever dissolve anything out of your life. But when you're willing to be the superstar of your life, you see unbelievable prowess, expanding rich, savvy, torchbearer audacity, realizing life is an event of never-ending events. But it's my choice to expand or go into the ick of life. It's up to me. And that is where I open up. But it's embracing my imperfections that really allows me to expand more, boldly appreciating canonized energy. But it's the energy of me that sets me free. See, when you feel the energy of excitement and honor of yourself, you're invincible. It's when you follow the others and allow their words to steal your life. That's when you become the bum of your life, because you're bummed out because you're not in the main society. And that is where we fail. As you embrace, or I embrace, my imperfections, I really open up an intuitive, mystical prowess. But it's really a mystical poise, electrifying the robust energies within myself. Because life is an energy, and our spiritual savvy will forever. Because when we listen to life, we expand through life. And our imperfections become our new wave of willpower, wisdom, innovation, imagination, and talent. Because our flaws are our dreamer's dare. But our flaws are only because we compare ourselves to somebody, and we believe we listen to somebody we trusted, and that is where we break the trust within ourselves. It's about trusting tenacity, realizing unbelievable savvy today. And that is what it is. I use savvy and lure instead of know, smart, and all this because you want the mystical of the universe to play in your life. And that is how I embrace my imperfections, because that's the mystical magic and the miraculous of me. I want to thank you and say goodnight. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And may the wildfires in California go out tonight, and the world and the Lord drops, or the mystical energies of the world drop rain on Southern California to put the fires out. I want to thank everybody. I am Robert A. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom. I am a hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, timeline coach, dream sculptor, published author, and my books are available at amazon.com/author/Robert A. Wilson. And howdiditeachmyselffear.com. My books are written in first person and explain to you, and they express the ways I expanded my life. And with that, I'm going to say goodnight, and may your life always be blessed with abundance, now and forevermore. Thank you, and good night.